Good morning, Mrs. Leonard. How are you?
Good. Hi, Mr. Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How's everything been with Johnny?
He's doing good. How's he doing in school?
He's been doing well. Since his last conference, he's definitely done a lot better, especially with his communication. I know at the beginning of the school year, he wasn't really being as verbal as much. He just kind of wanted to be on his own and not want to talk with the other peers. Now that the couple months have gone by in school, he's definitely done better both with receptive language and expressive. So receptive means anything he may hear, and he's able to communicate any wants and needs to the peers and also to the adults in the room.
Oh, good.
He's also been using the materials appropriately in the classroom. I know at the beginning of the year, you had mentioned that colors were an issue, especially at home, and you were worried if he had to go see a doctor or anything like that because you possibly thought he was colorblind. We actually been working on this toy right here. It's a math sorting game that's called Shapes, and he loves circles. He says it's a pizza. And we've been working on the sorting of the colors and also the shape, different sides or anything like that. And every day their center tags are like this, like a little circle. He loves matching them across the room, which is really good. He also really enjoys sensory activities.
I don't know what that means.
All right, sensory activities are activities such as Play-Doh, bubbles, sand, like anything that involves like the hands and really get into it. Like if you're at home and he's in the tub, you can put shaving cream on the wall. He can write letters, numbers, whatever his heart desires.
Good. What about writing? Is he doing any better?
He's been doing a lot better. I know at the beginning of the year he really had a hard time holding his pencil. He would hold it like this when we were looking to do with pincher grasp. And now, kind of had to remind him, but overall he's been doing a lot better, especially with him going to kindergarten. I don't think this is going to be an issue next year.
Good.
He also really likes to count. Every day during our circle time, we count all the boys, we count all the girls, and we count everyone together. And then we do a little math game where they have to add everyone up. And then he's also been trying to identify the letters in his name. So every time we do our alphabets songbook, when we get to J, he's like, "That's my name," which is awesome.
Good. He likes to participate?
Absolutely. Beginning of the year, as I mentioned before, that he would have a hard time. He really wanted to be engaged with the classroom. We kind of gave him that leadership role where we would give him the book, and it was a book on CD, and we would let him be the teacher. And I kind of gave him the self-esteem to really participate with the peers. And now he's a lot more social, and when we're going around with our camera for our little evidence and everything, smiles with a big cheese.
Good. Great. How's his behavior been? I know at the beginning of the year he was hitting and scratching.
It definitely was an issue. I know that he would have a hard time, especially with, he hates getting his nails cut. I know so at home it's like a big fight. That definitely has decreased. We have been using a visual schedule, which tells you what the routines are of the day, and also, in addition to that, we use positive support approaches, which everything is done in a positive way. If he has a hard time, we kind of help guide him through that process so that he's able to eventually do it independently, and he is almost there.
Okay, good.
Now, we also have been working with our behavioral consultant, who's worked on the different approaches, and we're thinking it's going to be, by the time he gets to kindergarten, not as bad as you had said, as you mentioned, in the fall.
Good, because I was worried that when he goes to kindergarten, the behaviors might come back a little bit. Is there any resources you can share with me?
Absolutely. Now, the behaviors, because he's going to kindergarten, it's going to be a whole different atmosphere. It's going to be a different teacher. The first couple weeks may or may not, be hard, but, working with the teacher and, working with it at home, it's going to be just as good, We also have a team called the SchoolNet, which is a behavior team that will help give you the support for TSSs. And what that is a person who will be able to help with his behaviors, but not where he or she is doing it for them, that eventually that person will fade out. And, he might need it or may not need it, and they also possibly can do it in the home as well, if he gets approved.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you very much.
No problem. And then this is his developmental record right here. He's been doing so much better since the fall. In the fall, he was in the process for a lot of different things across all the domains. Now he's actually almost proficient.
Great.
Maybe a couple things are in the process. I know writing his last name was an issue, so we're also going to be working on that. And then, if there's anything you need, any assistance from us, we have a bunch of resources, different webinars you can attend. And then we have our family workshop. It's also a writing workshop.
Okay. I also wanted to know if he could work on his attention span before he gets to kindergarten a little more. And I'm glad to know he's going to be working on writing his last.
Yes. And he has been doing better. We've been using a little timer that's been helping us keep his attention, you know, and usually each week it's a different, like it starts with 3 minutes one week, go with 5 the next, and then 7, and go from there.
Okay, maybe I'll try that at home.
Awesome.
If there's anything you need, please let me know. Me and my husband would be more than willing to help out.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you coming in. If there's anything you need to know, on this newsletter right here is my email address and my phone number. Please call me anytime and leave a message if I don't answer. I'll get back to you really, really shortly.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.